I'm gonna blow a bunch of stupid common myths today. For those of you who think all raw foodists are skinny and wonder if it's possible for a raw vegan to pack on bodybuilder muscle and that it costs lots of money and you need to spend every day in the gym, meet Danny Dalton, a humble, simple cab driver who has almost no money for food, hasn't eaten meat in years, and only eats raw, uncooked fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds.
How old are you? 53.
Danny became a raw vegan in 2002.
Well, this is my apartment. It's very simple. I'm very poor. I'm just a cab driver in Las Vegas. And the main point to understand here is that I don't have a lot of money. I don't use supplements. I eat nothing but raw fruits, vegetables, and nuts. And if I can get big, if I can afford it, then you can too.
What do you eat?
Well, basically, whatever I feel like, as long as it's in the plants category, fruits, vegetables, and nuts. My main supplement, my main staple for protein, believe it or not, is raw Spanish peanuts. I get them at the grocery store by my house, and I called the president of the company in North Carolina to verify that they will sprout. The other ones that I've seen available online are so darn expensive, it's ridiculously expensive. This is raw Spanish peanuts with raisins, and I put peaches and papayas and mangoes in there sometimes.
So how do you make this?
I put it in the food processor. You just drop the raw Spanish peanuts into your food processor. Raisins. Organic if you can, and by the way, I hate to say this because I know organic is the whole world of goodness when it comes to raw food, but anything, even if it's not organic, is 100% better than cooked. So right now, because I'm just a cab driver, I can't really afford organic all the time. I'm doing the best I can, and you know, my whole agenda is about being able to stay focused on raw is the key. It's not always organic, and I would if I could afford it. I'm really kind of scared that I'm going to get some illness from eating pesticides, but I wash them real good, and I'm doing the best I can. So anyway, all you do is turn on the food processor, blend these together really good. Be careful that you don't get it really hot in there from the friction, because you don't want to kill the enzymes. The enzymes die at about 118 degrees, I believe. So key is very important. Do not, you know, if you put your hand in there and it burns, then you probably killed the enzymes. So it's just living food. It's really just logic. It's just common sense. Just if your hand burns when you touch it, then you probably kill the life in it. Don't kill the life in your food, because you're not going to get any results. Very, very important. Right. You know. So that's how you do that. This is the result of that. And then you've got the key. Raw food is very important. I got this from Stephen Arlen's book when I first started about 7-8 years ago. Everything has to be balanced. So eating raw food is like a triangle. You need a large green salad every day. You need any fruit and vegetable, any fruit and vegetable. Potatoes are a little different category, but they're okay if you be sure not to cook them or steam them.
So how do you eat your potatoes?
I peel them, rinse them off real good, and eat them.
You just munch on them like a...
Well, I chop them thin, and I like to put them together with some namashoy and maybe some avocados. You take some kale and some raw potatoes and namashoy and put that in the food processor with avocado. It tastes just like mashed potatoes, and the namashoy brings out that flavor.
So what do you do again, real quick? It's potatoes and namashoy and
potatoes, kale. Namashoy, kale, and avocados.
And you put that in the food processor.
In the food processor, just like we just did. Right. This is the result of what we just did in there. When it's finished, it comes out like that. It's soft. It's got a nice consistency, and then put bananas, peaches, whatever. And
then, so what is this? This is tomato and.
This is dandelion greens are really.
Dandelion, awesome.
I love dandelion greens. They're so good, and you can get them right from he teaches you that stuff. Marcus knows that. Anyway, I got this. I met Marcus at a seminar, and that's
free
part
food and medicine.
Yes, exactly. And it's really it's really phenomenal, the flavor. This sounds weird, but if you put dandelion greens inside of the sushi nori, which this is raw, it's unpasteurized, it's done with the sun. You put this inside of there, and it don't taste like dandelion greens. It tastes like sushi. I know it sounds weird, but then again, you know, I've been a raw foodist for a while, so to you it might not, but you know, I'm hoping it will, because I want people to do our diet, and I want people to understand that you will change. It's like a little seed. You get bigger and bigger inside, but that little seed gets more and more large, and you start getting more and more balance, and you start getting healthier and stronger, and your whole life changes, because you are now living at peace with the earth and you're following nature's law. That's so important to understand in this way of life. It's really a religion. It It really is. And for me, it's all I'm going to do the rest of my life. I don't care about anything else but making the world a better place, just like Marcus is focusing on. You don't have to have nuts for protein. One avocado has more usable protein than a 1 pound steak. I'm talking usable though. I'm not talking about protein that you're getting by measuring the meat and the avocado and seeing. Your body converts amino acids into muscle growth. And so this is why avocados, nuts, coconuts, durians, olives, they're all great sources of essential fats. Your body doesn't need a ton of protein, especially from animal products. I'm not huge like people that are on steroids, but I'm happy where I am with my body. And I'm 53 years old and I feel stronger now than I ever have, and this is all I'm doing. If I spend the rest of my life driving a cab, I'm doing the best thing I can for the world, because I'm letting people know, do this, you can cure an illness. Do this, you can get younger. Do this, you can be stronger. Do this, you can be more spiritual. And if I can tell one person about it, and they tell another person, and say somebody else who there's been documentation of numbers of people that have cured terminal cancer on this diet, then what better job is there than that, than for me to share with people? When I went raw, I was about 200 pounds, a lot of fat. I went completely raw and I lost 50 pounds, and my own mother was begging me to get off the diet because she was scared of how I looked. I couldn't even look in the freaking mirror. It was horrible. And then I stayed raw for about 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. And
so what happened when you went raw? Did you lose all kinds of weight and become a twig?
Yes.
So everything that everybody says is true. You lose all this weight and then you have trouble gaining it back.
It depends on how toxic you were before you started, but as a generality, yes, because most of us go raw because we're desperate and we have some kind of illness or some kind of health condition where we're not happy, we're sluggish, whatever, and the weight's going to fall. There's no way around that. I mean, that's part of your body cleaning itself out and getting more balance, more flexibility. And without balance and flexibility, your muscles can't be what they optimally will become.
So you went through this phase where you freaked out and said, "Oh no, am I ever going to gain weight? Is this ever?"
Oh God, yes, I was scared. Oh my God, I don't even like this. I hate thinking about it. You're scaring me. I'm thinking back, and that's right. That was really scary. I could not look in the mirror. Everybody looked at me and they thought I had cancer or something. But a part of me knew. I could feel it. I could feel it. The reason you stay on it is because there's an urgent biological need to be healthy. Your body talks to you. And I mean, sure, you lose weight, but you're becoming a different person. I mean, don't be afraid of losing the weight. Embrace it. But see, that's the other thing. You can feel yourself getting stronger, even though maybe it may not be stronger physically initially. But to tell the truth, I really never got weaker. I just looked weaker.
Yeah. So, and you went through what most people went through, in that you say, I don't believe this, and then part of you gives up, and then you start trying healthy food again.
And your mind plays tricks on you. You start to rationalize that, hey, this isn't working. I am not meant to live on just plants. I mean, I'm meant to be an opportunistic omnivore, eating plants and meat. So
what happened?
I started to get bigger. I went up to about 170 from 150 after about a year and a half. And then I decided to eat a pizza. And the people that I hung out with at the raw cafes, were very, very shocked that I would eat a pizza. And then I went maybe another 3 months, and then I just plain fell off the wagon. I did. And it was nothing. It was my own fault, because even though I was detoxified to a degree of health that was better than I'd had in years, I became weak, and then I went off the diet completely after eating 1 or 2 of those pizzas, which has been my favorite food since I was a little kid. And then the nightmares started happening a few years later. I got prostatitis, which is an infection in the prostate. It was very painful, very difficult to go to the bathroom. Your prostate enlarges, it squeezes it keeps you from going to it just ruins your life, is the bottom line. So at any rate, then shortly after that, I got a kidney stone that was so big, I would have died if I hadn't gotten to the hospital in time. And ironically, I was a vegetarian when I got the kidney stone and almost died, which I was slowly starting to get back, because I never did believe in eating animals, but I was slowly starting to get back to the raw food diet, not really intentionally. I'm just going to be a vegetarian. I can still eat my pizzas, but as a result, over time, that intentionally did become intentionally, because I felt, an urgent biological need to do it. So, the kidney stone, I was in the hospital for about 8 days, and when I got out, I decided to go vegan. I went vegan for about 7 months, and then I started getting pains again. And I went back to the doctor, and there was still another kidney stone left over or something. Maybe my body made it. I really don't know. But so I knew I had to do another procedure, I should say, to get that one out. And that's when I decided I'm going all raw. I was never sick when I was raw. I was skinny, but I was never sick, and I had balance. I don't know where I lost track of my ability to understand my body. When you compare going raw to being a vegan, there is no comparison. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but raw is living, cooked is dead, you know, and that's just the only way I can really relate to, you know, perspecting it. You know, it's just, you got to eat living food to get life. That's the bottom line.
Another big myth is people think to get this big, you have to work out at the gym every day.
I work out only twice a week for about 3 hours each time I work out, which growing up I never thought a person could do anything working out twice a week. I thought that was just what old people do and they never get stronger. But now I've understood that because of the balance raw food has given me, even working out that small amount, I wish I could become a competitive bodybuilder to really show the world. And I believe even without steroids a person can do it. I mean, I'm 53 and I'm not working out that much, and if I was training every day at this age, I mean, who knows, you know, who knows, God. I feel awesome. So, I mean, it's for me, it's a whole new world, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm always going to do it. I'll never change again, because I found something that I don't want to let go of, and most importantly, I don't want to die.